Lexi, are you there?
Yeah, she is.
She needs to unmute.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. That was a bit of a mouse issue.
Right, there we go.
We have to send a request to unmute Morvis, so.
But everything's okay now? That sounds all right? Brilliant. So, all right. Hello, my favorite people, and welcome to my very first ever set. Not counting choirs where I could hide behind others. Right, so I'm bringing you 4 songs today, and I have a request for your active participation. Now, when I joined the field community 15 years ago, it just blew my mind how this community in singing could do the TARDIS trick. Just sing and raise an energy that would make the room bigger on the inside. So please sing along, but since everybody is muted, I bloody hope so. I want to see you sing. So if you're still without your video on and you even consider having it on tonight, do me the favor and show me your faces. I would love to see you sing. So you will find the lyrics in the comments one by one. The first song, wait. A warning. We have a virtual cat. So should you hear a in the background, that's the virtual cat that is somewhere in our electronics and we cannot find it. So just ignore it when it goes purring. Right? Okay. So, Rick, I would love the lyrics for the bare necessities of life from the Jungle Book. A small warning, when I wrote those, my inner 5-year-old got hold of it in one line, so please forgive me. Okay. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities, old Mother Nature's recipes that brings the bare necessities of life. Wherever I wander, wherever I roam, I couldn't be fonder of my big home. The bees are buzzing in the trees to make some honey just for me. When you look into your socks and pants and take a glance at the fancy ants and maybe try a few, the bare necessities of life will come to you. They'll come to you. Probier's mal mit Gemütlichkeit, mit Ruhe und Gemütlichkeit. Schmeißt du die ganzen Sorgen über Bord. Denn wenn du stets gemütlich bist und etwas appetitlich ist, greif zu, denn morgen ist es vielleicht fort. Now when you pick a pawpaw or a prickly pear, and you prick a raw paw, next time beware. Don't pick the prickly pear by the paw. When you pick a pear, try to use the claw. But you don't need to use the claw when you pick a pear of the big pawpaw. Have I given you a clue? The bare necessities of life will come to you. They'll come to you. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities, old Mother Nature's recipes, that brings the bare necessities, that brings the bare necessities, that brings the bare necessities of life. Oh yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I love it. Next, I have Zenda Nairon's Sir Jock of the Sword. Please again join me in the singing, but also in verse 4. You are required to actively participate in what's going on there. Show me your best possible performance, please, of kicking the bucket. Make it as elaborate, extravagant, effervescent as you like. Also, I want this next song to be my official application to admission into the society of fitting things into other things. Just a moment. Oh, get the lyrics. Oh, Sir Jock of the Sword has come out of the north with his armor all burnished and bright. From his lance hung a lamp when at night he rode forth, and it shed a most flattering light. By his side in its sheath hung his weapon famed in a loop made of silvery cord. And wherever he went, he was always acclaimed the most valiant Sir Jock of the Sword. He's an expert on armor and all types of blade. He's been studying swords since a boy. He can tell you the place and the time it was made, and the right kind of stroke to employ. But the chief of his virtues is plainest to see, if tuition you cannot afford. For he'll give of his knowledge at length and for free, the most generous Sir Jock of the Sword. Oh, sing we of battles and blood spattered mail, and weapons all notched and engored. But before we do that, let us hear of the tale of the valiant Sir Jock of the Sword. Oh, he went to a revel in all his best gear, and the ladies all swooned with delight. And they all crowded round him, his talk for to hear, and he kept them for most of the night. When I found them next morning outside picking flowers, I asked them, why look you so bored? They answered me, sir, we've just spent 4 hours with that tedious Sir Jock of the Sword. Oh, sing we of battles and blood spattered mail, and weapons all notched and engored. But before we do that, let us hear of the tale of the valiant Sir Jock of the Sword. Here now comes your part. Oh, the King of the South to the tourney did ride, for to face our most valiant knight. When they sent for Sir Jock, he was trying to hide, but the ladies compelled him to fight. Now the sword of the king was incredibly long, and the blade was all pitted and scored. Why, you ignorant savage, you're holding it all wrong. The last words of Sir Jock of the Sword. Oh, sing we of battles and blood spattered mail, and weapons all notched and engored. But before we do that, let us hear of the tale of the valiant Sir Jock of the Sword. I'm having fun here. Okay. Right, so my next song is tribute to my German origins. This is Daniela Festi's Die Königin. And you can either sing along in German or read along my imperfect English translation. It's for your understanding, not meant to be in verse. So, just so you know. Okay. Wer liebt die Königin? Wer hält ihre Hände? Hört, wie sie leise singt, in ihrem Gemach verborgen. Wen liebt die Königin? Im Anfang, im Ende. Es ist nur der junge Prinz, den sie gebar. Wer sieht die Königin, wie Gott sie erschaffen, wie sie im Bade liegt, die Haut weich und feucht, die Locken. Wen sieht die Königin und schenkt ihm ihr Lachen? Es ist nur der Kater, der ihr Handtuch wärmt. Wer spürt die Königin, die Kraft ihrer Beine, ist ganz allein mit ihr im Wald und im Tal der Kirschen. Wen spürt die Königin ganz sacht an der Leine? Es ist nur der Hengst, den ihr der König gab. Wer schützt die Königin vor Angst und Dämonen? Sieht einen tieferen Sinn in Träumen, die sie verfolgen. Wen schützt die Königin? Wen wird sie belohnen? Es ist der Eunuch, der keine Frauen kennt. Wer küsst die Königin im heimlichen Garten? Kennst du das raue Kinn, die Farben in seinem Wappen? Wen küsst die Königin? Wen hat sie erwartet? Weiß es der König, der auf Reisen ist? Wer stürzt die Königin so tief ins Verderben? Wer wirft den ersten Stein? Wer sagt, was so viele ahnen? Wen stürzt die Königin? Wer wird mit ihr sterben? Sind's wir nicht alle, die zugrunde gehen? Lang lebe die Königin und die sie lieben. Heut kommt der König heim, wir feiern die ganze Nacht. Er tanzt mit der Königin nach all seinen Kriegen. Lass ihnen doch das Glück in dieser Nacht. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lexi. That was lovely. Really like your
Just
voice.
one more. I have one more. May I?
According
What time is
to-
it? Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, but that, yes, that was beautiful. And maybe you can do the other one in open filk later or something like that. If you can stay awake, I realize that time difference is an issue.